We are joined by Elisa Snelling, who's running for school board seat G. Thank you for being with us, Elisa.
Thank you for having me here today.
So if we can start off with talking about a little bit about your background for people that aren't familiar.
Okay. I was born here in Anchorage, born and raised. I am a product of the Anchorage School District. I graduated from Bartlett back in 1996. I have raised my family here. I did move out to Eagle River out in 2004, and I have 3 children. And my growth in the Anchorage area and with my kids and my family here, it has encouraged me to take a run for this school board seat and make a difference.
So one of the things you had talked about is having choices. You mentioned that your kids are in a charter school. Can you talk about that experience?
I have had the opportunity with all 3 of my children and a charter school to watch them grow and blossom and learn another language at the same time in an amazing way. I watch with their peer groups, some that are in the charter school with them and some that are outside. And it's very interesting to see some of the differences between the kids. And I am a huge supporter of charter and alternative school programs inside of our district.
Would you say that's one of your campaign, your goals that you'd like to see is giving other parents options?
It absolutely is. I know that there is a big conversation going on right now about vouchers and more choice for parents. And while it is a conversation that I encourage to continue to happen, I do think that we need to make more school choice options, alternative charter schools, whatever their concept or their name, inside of our own neighborhood schools already in the district, so that parents inside the district have more options. I like to boil it down and say, instead of bringing the kids to the program, bring the programs to the children.
What do you think is the biggest challenge facing the Anchorage School District?
Obviously, the budget is a huge, huge issue right now for the school district. The city will have its issues. The state has its issues as well. The budget does not scare me. I am a numbers person, and so I want to just dig into it and make improvements, where I can. I've talked to a lot of people out there that have a lot of really good ideas for where to get into the budget to make improvements and bring more of the money back into the classroom instead of the overhead in the administration and other areas where money is currently going.
Would you have handled that challenge differently? I know over the past couple of years we've had to lay off a lot of teachers. Do you think you have a different perspective on how you would handle that challenge?
I do think that there's probably a couple of different ways. I'm very concerned as a parent at the number of teachers that did leave the school district system. And a lot of them are going for better options down in the lower 48. And so I do think there's a big HR component that really needs to be addressed. I do see that they're actually starting to look at that seriously about what to do to retain teachers and keep teachers and make it a fun district to teach in.
Now in the April, in the April ballot, there's a bond to help improve some of the schools. Do you have any thoughts on that? Do you think we should be spending right now or, being on hold?
I always think it's a good idea to put things out to the voters and let the voters decide, on big issues, such as this. I do have, some concerns about how these big bond packages are put together and how far out they go and what all the issues that they address. That being said, I also represent Eagle River, living out there, and I only see one school out there, on the bond, and so I'd like to make sure. I know that there's some other schools out there that, could use some improvements, and I don't see them on there. I'll be curious to see what the voters in Anchorage do on the bond, but I'm all for responsible spending. And
why are you the better candidate for this seat?
That's a fun question. I think that my longtime experience here in Anchorage, I have watched the school district from my time there to my children's time now, and I've seen the changes even in the district and Anchorage over the last 20 years. And I would like to bring some of my business experience, my time here in Anchorage, the learning and the growing that I've done, and bring it to the school district. I want to take the opportunity that I have having experienced the charter and alternative systems here in our district, and bring it to more kids in the district and give more kids more options. That's something I'm passionate about, and I also want to bring more accountability and transparency to the board and to the district. The numbers junkie that I am, I have a very hard time finding answers to my own questions, regarding the budget online, and so I'd like to help open up the books and make sure that, Anchorage can see what's going on.
All right, those were all my questions. Is there anything else I missed you'd like to add or would like Alaskans to know about yourself?
I'm still working on all of the short sound bites and stuff like that, but folks are more than welcome to visit my website at elisa4schoolboard.com and learn more about me.
Great, perfect. Thank you so much for stopping by, Elisa. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.